Shalom, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai. I like to call praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, double honors to apostles, elders, and bishops, great millstone, peace and salutations to hopeful elect. I just want to go into Revelation 22 and 26. Again, I spoke on it last Wednesday, but I want to go a little bit more into it about that word power and how Israel is going to receive power. You know, the Lord, Yahweh Yahushai, is going to give Jake his power back, man. So the Israelites, the kingdom, and they're going to receive power. It's Revelation 2 and 25. But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come. Yeah, what we already have, man, the Spirit, this truth. Hold fast unto it. And don't let it go until the Lord comes. We say, behold, I come quickly. You know, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. He that overcometh these trials, tribulations, time of Jacob trouble, enduring unto the very end, ultimately overcoming, the hour of temptation, and keepeth my works unto the end, enduring unto the very end. To him will I give power over the nations. Rulership. You look up that word power. That Greek word. That word exousia, right? It means a power of choice, liberty to do as one pleases. And that's one thing that Jake does not have on this side, man, is power of choice, man. He's very stuck to one lane and doing what he has to do. He doesn't have the choice to be able to where he wants to live, and the choice of the types of women. You're going to have that choice of women in the kingdom, pursuing Isaiah 4 and 1. And that's going to happen on this side. Liberty to do as one pleases, within the confines of the law. You'll be able to do what you want to do, Physical and mental power, the ability or strength, which one is endued, which he either possesses or exercises. The power of authority and of right. The power of rule or government. The power of him whose will and commands must be submitted to by others and obeyed. Yeah, slavery, man. The power of choice, liberty to do as one pleases, There's examples of that in the scriptures with King Solomon, He had that power to do as he pleased, It's Ecclesiastes 2 and 1. I said in my heart, go to now, and I'll prove thee with mirth, and therefore enjoy pleasure. And behold, this is also vanity. But he eventually considered it all vanity. But I had to skip down to verse 8. I gathered me also silver, gold, peculiar treasure of kings and of the provinces. I gat me men singers and women singers, and the delights of the sons of men, as musical instruments of all sorts. So I was great and increased more than all that were before me in Jerusalem. Also my wisdom remained with me. Or said he's going to increase this as well, man. Whatsoever my eyes desired, I kept not from them. I withheld not my heart from any joy. For my heart rejoiced in all my labor, and this was my portion of all my labor. And the Lord's going to give all Israel that, man. Pleasures, Scripture say pleasures forevermore, man. Then I looked on all my works that my hands have wrought, and on the labor that I have labored to do, and behold, all was vanity and vexation of spirit, and there was no profit under the sun. So yeah, man, he considered it all vanity and vexation of spirit at the end of the day. Why? Because he was in this world, man. The Lord's going to turn this world into a world of righteousness to where you can enjoy, these riches that the Lord is going to give you, man, or that power that the Lord is going to give you in this planet. So I just did a little Google search, AI. He says, why did Solomon consider his works vanity and vexation of spirit? I said, King Solomon concluded that all his monumental achievements, wealth, pleasures, were vanity and vexation of spirit because he realized they could not provide ultimate purpose or conquer human morality. And here's some examples like certainty of death. Solomon realized that no matter how much wisdom, wealth, or power a person accumulates, death is the ultimate equalizer. Lack of control over his legacy. He would have to leave behind or leave all his massive achievements to a successor. Endless cycle desire and an inability to fix a broken world, man. But when at the end, when the Lord raises up his men and Yahushua establishes his kingdom on the planet Earth, man, the world will be broken. It'll be unbroken. It'll be fixed. Those worlds are going to be fixed in righteousness, man. The whole world's going to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. That the election's going to teach them, man. Right? Follow the laws. And the whole planet is going to have to deal with that and come back. Just like Christianity was beaten into us. We're going to beat righteousness into them. Right? Here's just some of the scriptures, certainty of death. Jumping down to Ecclesiastes 2:14, a wise man's eyes are in his head, but the fool walketh in darkness, and myself perceive also that one event happeneth to them all. Then said I in my heart, as it happeneth to a fool, so it happeneth even to me. And why was I then more wise? Then I said in my heart that this also is vanity. Yeah, for there is no remembrance of the wise more than of the fool forever, seeing that which now is in the days to come shall all be forgotten, and how dieth the wise man as the fool. In the kingdom, man, we're not gonna die. Right? There should be immortality in the kingdom, and everything's gonna be made right. So you're gonna be able to enjoy, that power of choice and the liberty to do as one pleases, man. The Lord said that no eye have seen, no ears have heard what the Lord has in store for them that waited for him, man. Yeah, just the ability or strength which one is endued, which he either possesses or exercises, man. That strength, the Lord's going to renew your strength. This is Isaiah 40:29. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increaseth strength. The Lord's going to increase the strength of his men. Back to the ancient times, man. King David and his 37 mighty men. You can read about that. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and young men shall utterly fall. And we're seeing that now, man. Young men are weak, we're in these weak bodies, man. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength, and shall mount up with wings as eagles, flying, be able to fly, and shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. So you'll be able to run 10 miles straight, not be weary and not faint. goes into that power that the Lord is going to give you, man. Physical and mental power. But as of now, we're in these the scriptures call us chains of darkness, man. These bodies that are weak and that get sick, just like we read in Isaiah. The youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. This is 2 Peter 2 and 4. This is what we're experiencing now. For if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell. This low condition that we're in, this bad condition, the grave, spiritual death, right? And delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment, right? So yeah, this is our judgment, man. We've been brought down low. We're angels, that have sinned. And now we're in these chains of darkness, man. Also, we're a spiritually dead state, these dry bones. But, we're been woken up. This is Ezekiel 37:1. The hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley, which is full of bones. Man, this valley is talking about here in America, man. Full of bones, full of Israelites that don't know who they are. They're in a spiritually dead state. And caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley. And lo, they are very dry. Yeah, very dry, man. All into any other philosophy, they're into any religion under the sun, man. Call themselves everything but Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans, man. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, The Lord power, thou knowest. Again, and he said unto me, Prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. And that's what we're doing right now, man. Men are out there, hopeful elect are out there in the streets, putting up videos, prophesying unto these bones, saying that the kingdom of the Lord is coming, that the kingdom of heaven is coming. The Lord's going to give power, the Lord's going to give power to them that keep his word. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. That's the kingdom of heaven. Right? So this prophecy is coming to pass right now. Valley of the dry bones. And prophesy upon these bones, these people, the Israelites, that are in a dead state of mind, and that don't know who they are. And say unto them, Ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. And thus saith the Lord power unto these bones, Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. Yeah, that breath is the spirit. The spirit of life. Comforter, these scriptures, these words, this breakdown, the understanding of this truth, this understanding, man. And the word of the Lord say, man, hold ye fast, but that which ye have, which is the breath of life, man, the spirit. Hold fast until I come, man. Don't go back into the world, man. Don't give up on pushing on the truth. Fight another day. Get up to fight another day, man. Until the Lord comes. It says, Thus saith the Lord power unto these bones, Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. And I will lay sinews upon you, and bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live. And ye shall know that I am the Lord. Yeah, the Lord, man. Starts with the name, too. The beginning of knowledge, wisdom, understanding is the fear. Really, it's the fear. That's where it starts, the fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and knowing his name. Fear is the beginning of wisdom and knowledge, man. So his book is life. But eventually, you know, the elect is going to become immortals, but we shall die like men, right? Just like King Solomon said, you know, the wise and the foolish, they all die, man. So building up this wealth and all the things that he accomplished on this side, having all this power, it meant nothing in this world, in this lifetime, right? Psalms 82 and 6, I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are the children of the Most High. The sons of God, man. The children of the Most High, man, the Israelites. But ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes, man. Yeah, and this is that time that we're in right now, that we die. We fall like men, you know. We're in these chains of darkness, right? Delivered unto them the chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment. Dealing with the judgment, man. These curses that we're under on this side, man. The youth shall fall and faint, and young men shall utterly fall. Yeah, but we are gods. And at the end, you know, the Lord is going to uplift his men and raise up the gods again with through spiritual power. And you're actually going to see that on this side, man. That's what we're waiting on, man. Lord will. You know, physical and mental power. Just read in Isaiah. If they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles, flying around, man. Kal-El's out here, Superman. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint, man. It's a spiritual power for those that wait upon the Lord, man. Eventually, you know, we'll all be your life will be changed. That's 1 Corinthians 15 and 51. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall be changed in a moment, twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trump shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality, man. Immortality. So you're never gonna die, man. The kingdom of heaven, man. So when this corruptible shall put on incorruption, and this mortal have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? Yeah, the sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law. Yeah, you know, sin is the transgression of the law. So when you sin, you know, you're gonna die. That's where death is, man. But when that second covenant is established, man, the Lord said you're gonna put that law, statutes, the laws in our inward parts, man. Turn that stony heart into a fleshy heart, man. You know, put it in your inward parts to where you're never gonna go off again, man. So we're gonna be immortal, man, immortals. So this isn't gonna be vexation of spirit, man. Having the power on the planet Earth, man. The kingdom will be forever and ever and ever. And the elect men on this side are called and chosen. They're going to be the governing body of the kingdom of heaven, man. They're going to have their position forever. They're going to be in that position forever and ever, man. That's going to be their lot. The Lord said, be faithful over a few things, and I'll make you ruler over many things. That will be your lot, you know. Power of authority and of right, privilege, the power of rule or government. The power of him whose will and commands must be submitted to by others and obeyed, man. Yeah, that's what we're saying. These nations that don't keep the law, or don't keep the high holy days, man, they're not going to get any rain, you know. If they don't follow the law, they're going to have to follow. They're going to be under subjection under the Israelites, man. The Israelites, man, they're going to be elect. They're going to have the power of choice, the liberty of doing as one pleases, man. That's the power that Yahweh Shai is going to give, his joint heirs in the kingdom, man. Power over the nations. They're going to rule over them with a rod of iron, man. And he shall rule, Revelation 2:27, he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, man. Nations are broken to shivers, man. Rule with that rod of iron, man. That dictatorship, man. Even as I received of my Father. So yeah, man. But it's those that overcometh, man. Overcometh, the ways of this world, man. Overcoming trials and tribulations, ultimately enduring it to the end in this truth, man. To him will he give power over the nations, man. To him, and it's, it's the men, right? The men of Israel, man, will I give power over the nations. Yeah, I just want to bring out a little more scriptures on this, The Lord said, ye have said, ye are gods. We're gods, but in a low state, man. And all of your children, and all of you are children of the Most High. Sons of God, man. Yeah, I saw a license plate. What was that? God's sons on it, man. It was spiritual. It's a beautiful thing, man. But ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. And that's what we're in right now, man. In these chains of darkness. But Lord's going to remove that. He's going to renew our strength. Lord will, the hopeful elect that makes it to the end. Point being, but they that wait upon the Lord, but waiting upon the Lord, it's an enduring, marathon, shall renew their strength. 2 Corinthians, this corruptible body, this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. Live forever, man, in the kingdom. You're going to enjoy the kingdom. Like King Solomon, he had everything he ever wanted, but he still found it, vanity and vexation of spirit, because he still had to deal with this wicked ass world, man. But the Lord's going to remove all that, man. Beautify the world, beautify the meek, and put it under subjection of the Israelites, man. And they're all going to have to follow the law, statute, commandments of Yahweh Shai, man. But that, shalom.